I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words.
Please welcome Representative Sean Patrick Maloney from New York, joined by co-chairs of the Congressional LGBT Equality Caucus, Representative David Cicilline from Rhode Island, Representative Mark Pocan from Wisconsin, Representative Mark Takano from California, and Sarah McBride.
Good evening. My name is Sean Patrick Maloney. I am the first openly gay person ever elected to Congress from the state of New York, the great state of New York. You know, last week, a speaker at the Republican convention called equality a, quote, distraction. Who cares? He asked. Well, I care. My husband, Randy, and our 3 children care. These LGBT leaders standing with me throughout this hall and the country care. The authors of our nation's Declaration of Independence, signed right here in Philadelphia, they cared. Americans at Seneca Falls, Selma, and Stonewall, they cared. And Hillary Clinton cares too. You know, I want to tell you a story. On June 26, 2015, I was walking to work past the Supreme Court. A crowd was gathered awaiting the court's historic marriage decision. The news hit like a thunderclap. A lot of us wept. Then, spontaneously, hundreds joined together to sing our national anthem. I called Randy. I could barely speak. You see, Randy and I have been together for 24 years. Woo-hoo! I love you, honey. 23 of those years, we've been raising children. You know, yes, our family's a little different, but we read bedtime stories the same. We tie shoes and check homework the same. We dream and we comfort the same. But until that day, we weren't the same, not really, not in the eyes of our law. So as I listened to our national anthem, I realized that our family, our love, was no longer less than. We were now equal. You know, it's a beautiful thing when your country catches up to you. And when your basic rights and the very family, your very family are on the line. It matters what happens in those beautiful buildings with marble columns. It matters who's leading the country, and it matters if they care. America, we have a choice. Donald Trump doesn't care about some families. He's against marriage equality. He wants to go back. You know, when I first met Hillary Clinton in Manchester, New Hampshire, 24 years ago, I was a nobody. I was a nobody. I was some gay kid sleeping on a couch. I was scared to death that who I was wasn't going to be okay. It would mean that I would not be able to be who I was and that no one would ever care about me. And here was this woman, this incredible woman who was about to become our first lady, and she cared. And over the last 24 years, she's kept right on caring about me, about my husband, about our kids, and she has seen us, really seen us. And I've seen the way my kids look at her, knowing that she cares about our family, that she cares about your family, that she cares about all families. And that's why. And that's why we must care about this election. Now, I want to introduce Sarah McBride. Sarah McBride is a courageous young leader, and she is right now the first trans person ever to address a national convention. Sarah? It's about time. Sarah, it is an honor to make history with you because we are stronger together.
Thank you so much, Congressman. My name is Sarah McBride, and I am a proud transgender American. Four years ago, I came out as transgender while serving as student body president in college. At the time, I was scared. I worried that my dreams and my identity were mutually exclusive. Since then, though, I've seen that change is possible. I witnessed history interning at the White House and helping my home state of Delaware pass protections for transgender people. Today, I see this change in the work of the LGBT caucus and in my own job at the Human Rights Campaign. But despite our progress, so much work remains. Will we be a nation where there's only one way to love, only one way to look, and only one way to live? Or will we be a nation where everyone has the freedom to live openly and equally? A nation that's stronger together. That is the question in this election. For me, this struggle for equality became all the more urgent when I learned that my future husband, Andrew, was battling cancer. I met Andy, who was a transgender man fighting for equality, and we fell in love. And yet, even in the face of his terminal illness, this 28-year-old, he never wavered in his commitment to our cause and his belief that this country can change. Andy and I married in 2014. And just 4 days after our wedding, he passed away. Knowing Andy left me profoundly changed. But more than anything else, his passing taught me that every day matters when it comes to building a world where every person can live their life to the fullest. Hillary Clinton understands the urgency of our fight. She'll work with us to pass the Equality Act, to combat violence against transgender women of color, and to end the HIV and AIDS epidemic once and for all. Today in America, LGBTQ people are still targeted by hate that lives in both laws and in hearts. Many still struggle just to get by. But I believe that tomorrow can be different. Tomorrow we can be respected and protected, especially if Hillary Clinton is our president. And that's why I'm proud to stand here and say that I'm with her. Thank you all very much.